from WWL-TV, the spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader, Channel 4's Eyewitness Morning News.
And Sex and the City actor Mario Cantone was supposed to be in this morning, but
we notched it up a bit.
Right, we stepped it up. We've got one of our favorite actors, Bryan Batt, is here. He's going to talk about a fundraiser this weekend for the Gulf Coast Oil Spill Fund.
And this is a fun one over at Petit.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. There are 2 shows on Sunday.
And you get a lot of big stars, big names in town for this.
Oh, John Goodman, Mario Cantone, Jennifer Coolidge, and Reynolds.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and Bryan Batt. All right, thank you very much. So many people from around the country have abundantly donated their time and talents to help the victims here in the Gulf oil spill. This Sunday, some very big names, big stars from showbiz are doing a really funny off-Broadway show at Le Petit down in the French Quarter, all to benefit the Gulf Coast Oil Spill Fund. Here with more on that, we have actor Bryan Batt, along with Dr. Marco Conchito Monot, the director of the Regional Initiatives for the Greater New Orleans Foundation. And I bet nobody ever gets your name wrong, do they, Doctor?
You are great, Eric. Thank you very much.
You're just saying that because I'm here. Bryan, this is going to be a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a bunch of great actors, big names coming down to go ahead and read from memoirs of sometimes very spicy stars.
Oh, yeah. Well, John Goodman and Reynolds, who's been here filming The Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Coolidge, Mario Cantone, a whole bunch. Jay Thomas. I think I'm reading Vanna White, which I think is going to be very odd and funny.
How are her memoirs?
The funny thing about Vanna is she takes turning those letters very seriously. It is an art form, and it is her reason for living. But there's really some other funny ones that, like, Don't Hassle with the Hoff, David Hasselhoff. So it's going to be very fun.
I didn't even know there was a book out called.
Well, you know, sometimes you blink.
And you miss it. And now you couple them together because you've got Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds' memoirs.
And Liz Taylor.
And Liz Taylor, of course. They talk about a triangle there.
Yeah, and it's really fun for the actor because they're not just imitating the author. They're really just reading the words that these people thought appropriate to describe their lives. So sometimes it's very, very funny with, you know, when it's not really intended to be funny. Sometimes it can be absolutely hysterical.
And I'm sure all the stars you've talked to are just very glad to be down here helping out.
Yes, they are. I mean, no, everyone's called me since this has been going on. Same with Katrina. The theater community and show business community is very, very passionate about, you know, the oil spill and trying to end this and you know, rebuild down here.
And Marco, where does the money go?
The money goes to our Gulf Oil Spill Fund, which was established 2 days after the spill. So on April 22nd, we established the fund and have made a couple of grants from that since then and are continuing to collect money.
And who are the beneficiaries of that?
So the first beneficiary was the Southeast Louisiana Commercial Fisheries Assistance Center, which is a clearinghouse essentially for commercial fishermen. It's run by Seedco Financial, a national, well-known nonprofit organization that is essentially a nonprofit bank, and they come in and give low-interest loans and grants and best practices and all of these good things. They actually reached out to the people of Alaska, to the fishermen of Alaska, to get some best practices and just some guidance into how to get through a time like this.
And then the money raised from the show?
Will go to similar causes.
Okay.
So we're looking for short-term and long-term answers, and this fund is to be here for a while.
And give us a taste of some of the things that we'll see at the Le Petit.
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but like I said, that we're reading from different autobiographies. Yeah, I do believe I'm also reading from NSYNC's biography. Me, John Goodman, and Mario. So we're getting our baseball hats ready to turn around. And believe it or not, they're very much insightful young men, even when they were very young. They took life very seriously.
Well, have you ever interviewed those guys?
No.
Actually,
I'm sure they're great.
They were 4 very nice guys, and you know, and Justin's gone on to do.
Justin's become a
huge star.
Yeah. So.
And now, who put this show together? How did you guys get in touch with each other?
Well, it was
Gary Solomon Jr. actually whose idea it was. We thank him very much, by the way, for
and
this.
also the
He's
producer.
Done a great job over at
He's
Liberty.
amazing,
Absolutely.
amazing. The theater's flourishing. Angelo Fraboni from New York, the producer, Dayle Reyfel, and also Gene Roddick are the creators. They'll be there as well.
All right, so if you want to see a very funny show, and I mean a very funny show, it's an off-Broadway hit, celebrity autobiography. this Sunday at Petit Theater. There'll be 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 9 a.m.?
No, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9
Thank you.
And there's a little party after the 9 p.m. So if you want to
So that's even better. So
yeah.
if you go to the 7 o'clock show, can you stay for the later show?
I'll come out. I'll get some of the people
There
to
you
come
go.
out and
That'll
say
be
hi.
good. If you'd like more information, you can call Le Petit's box office at 522-2081, and all the money goes to help the oil relief.
Yes.
All right, Brian, Marco, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in. All right, if you want to check out more events, you can go to our website, WWL-TV.com.